here's something that's both interesting and also potentially a little bit scary that you can learn about yourself through your lucid dreaming practice. And that is knowing where you land on the spectrum between good and evil, where because anything is possible within your lucid dreams, you can have any experience imaginable, and actually even way beyond that, because you're dealing with a subconscious mind. Like, essentially, by definition, you cannot even consciously imagine the limits of the experiences you can have within your dreams. But because anything is possible, it essentially gives you an opportunity to test both sides of the fence and see where your tendencies tend to lie. Like, you can go from a dream that's, evil, for lack of a better term, full of all the powerful sides of negative emotions, to a dream that's, all love and compassion and the maximum level of these more positive emotions next. And I would imagine this would be the case for most people, although I'm sure not everybody would fall into this category. But for the vast majority of people, I'm sure within your dreams, you would probably be willing to take on, the maximum level of these more positive emotions and good feelings that you could possibly get. However, going down the other path, the more evil, negative path, there's probably going to be some natural stopping point or some line that you won't naturally want to cross. Now, occasionally within your dreams, you'll be forced over that line. You'll be forced into doing things that you don't want to do. You'll be forced into experiences that you don't want to have. And that definitely sucks when that happens. But I think you can also learn a lot about yourself, from those experiences as well. And like, as much as I love the lucid dreaming practice, there's definitely some potential negative sides to it, right? Like, I want the practice to be as widespread as possible, to have everybody know that it's a real thing as much as they possibly can. But I also think that having the natural barrier, built into the practice, where even if you are super experienced, you're not getting lucid every single night in every single dream. The dream is not just infinitely stable, so you can do whatever you want, right? You're always walking this line between too much effort and waking up and trying to stay within the dream and keep it nice and stable. But once they figure out how to lucid dream on command and have it be as stable as, super duper stable, you only wake up when you want to wake up. Say they can do that with like Neuralink in the future, or some other device they make, or some new supplement or medication they invent. Once that starts to happen and everybody gets their hands on this, can do it as much as they want, and it's super stable and they never wake up unless they want to wake up, I can absolutely see this breaking some people. And if not just ruining that individual's life, having some of these more evil tendencies leak out into the real waking world and ruin other people's lives as well. But even if you do get into the practice and you find you do have this kind of more natural tendency towards the more darker sides of things, there's still, a tremendous opportunity for growth right there, right? Because in those situations, you'll typically have a choice in most instances, right? How bad do you want to take it, or you want to go down the good path or whatever. And I think one of the neat things about it is that no matter which path you choose, they're both, for lack of a better term, pleasurable in the moment, right? In different ways, but both the feelings are pleasurable in some way. You're either super duper evil, powerful, pleasurable, or like super duper good vibes, pleasurable. So I think the fact that both feel good in the moment can make it a bit easier to choose. Plus, when you go down the more good path, the good vibes actually last way longer, right? Like, you wake up after having this dream full of love and compassion, you feel supported, you're in a good mood, you're ready to start your day off, right? It's fun to think back on that experience and remember those good feelings, after you're awake and whatever. But also, if given the choice to go like evil or go good, and you purposely chose good, especially if it's hard for you not to choose evil, then that just makes the good feelings you get from that even better and, feel even greater. So, it can be a nice kind of positive feedback loop right there. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Until the next video, keep your lucid dreaming practice positive and legit.